Hey everyone!
Hey.
Welcome. Oh, we already said be there in 10 minutes. Can't wait. So we're here for the live show of A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston, and we all have thoughts. But let's do introductions first, I guess. Let's not get too ahead of myself. Karina,
Okay.
if you want to
So,
go.
are we giving ratings? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Hi guys, I'm Karina. You can find me at She Dreams in Words on YouTube and Instagram. I know I'm gonna be the outlier on this one. My rating is 2 stars, so very sad about it, but very disappointed. So,
Fair.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me on Instagram and YouTube. I agree. I think coming from as somebody that has read the author before, like I enjoyed her work, and so I was excited for her new stuff. I am giving this, like I was telling the girls, I gave this I think originally on my rating system of 3.5, but I think this is sitting at more of a 3 for me and could go down, but depending on the conversation. It just didn't quite hit the notes that I wanted it to for me.
So, hey everyone, it's Tara. You're over on my channel, hopefully. Hopefully you found me. But I am kind of like with you guys. I was definitely like between a 3 and a 4. And then I was like, as you guys already know, I'm a high rater. So I'm thinking 3.5, 3 at the lowest. And definitely it might change, like I said, as we talk. That usually happens because I feel like I have to like process a book.
yeah.
But let's see. Oh, Dana. Hello, Beauty Queens. I'm so sorry for missing today's discussion, but I hope you'll have the best time. No worries, Dana. Liz says, hey.
Hey.
Gave this a 2-star purely for the concept and book cover. Yeah, I mean, it is a cute book cover. I love the neon.
Yeah.
And I do love the concept, too.
Yeah.
Nicole says, I really enjoyed this one. 4 stars. I skipped Sounds Like Love because the plot was meant to me. Fair.
It's good though.
The most unromantic and unfunny one I've read, the best Miss Poston has to offer, was with 7 Years Slip by Fear. Ugh, okay. I have not read those 2 yet, but I'm super excited about at least getting to those because the last 2 like are just kind of like middle of the road for me.
Well, now I'm scared to do the reread of 7 Years Slip because I remember like loving it. And what if I was just in like a romance haze or something and it's not as good as I remember it being?
Right. Like, what if the mood struck, at the right time when you read it? And I'm like scared.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm not scared. I'm still trying to be hopeful for the reread because I haven't read it before.
Yeah. I'm hopeful for the initial read. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So, do you guys have any thoughts on characters?
I just feel like the characters in this one are so bland. Like I feel like they didn't really have personalities other than like she loved this book series and like great for her. Like girl, I get it. Like I'm a book girl through and through. Like my entire personality is books. I get it, but I fear I needed just a smidgen more, just something more other than the fact that you were heartbroken and left by your fiance and that you like books. Like I needed something that gave me like a reason to love her, and I don't feel like I ever got that.
Yeah.
What's her name? Elsie. She was so whiny to me. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, girl, you're 32.
Yeah, that was.
No, I wasn't like that. At
if
32.
she was in her 20s, I feel like I would understand more.
Yeah.
But like 32, girl.
Honestly, I was like, okay, let's, grow up a little bit, But I also kind of lost track of some of the characters for like the book aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, she didn't give enough like depth or backstory. Because I don't know if we said that on live or backstage, but like, we just didn't get to know the characters the same way that she knew them. I think you mentioned that, Tara, probably before. So it's just like, okay, I'm like you said, Kaylani, like I'm glad for you, but I don't know them, nor do I care, unfortunately.
We just weren't able to invest in them like she was. And so like if she would have maybe made less of the characters, you know what I mean? So that we could really love them with her.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have helped.
I feel like the book characters, like a lot of them didn't even get a lot of page time. So it's like we didn't really know them. So
yeah, they were like true side characters with like not a lot of depth. I felt like I was missing something with the other side characters. She knew them. I didn't, so I felt left out. Yeah. And then she also said skip that on accident as I read this one more like a cozy mystery than a romance. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely thought it was more like you said, like not like women's fiction-y, like Karina said prior to the show, but it definitely felt like the romance was secondary. And if it's marketed as a romance, you would think that would be more, you know, upfront, in my opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's literally called a novel love story. And like there wasn't much of a love story. And then like I felt like we spent more on the third act breakup period of the life than they did of the actual romance. Like that wasn't like fun for me. But also like I feel like maybe if she would have taken out some of the like trying to get these other characters their happily ever after and maybe put like instead of that like putting in like little excerpts from the book so we could actually read pages of the book so we could connect with the characters like then I would have cared, but like they were just keeping up a page that I didn't have any connection to.
I love that idea.
That would have been good. I feel like was it Real kind of does that if by Kenny Ryan?
The romance book that would have honestly probably helped me enjoy it a little more.
I really like the 7 Year Slip. The first time I read it, won't reread it because I can't afford to have it turn out the other way for me. Fair, Liz, fair.
Fair.
She's annoying and everything just happens to her, apparently never her fault.
For real. Yes.
Yeah, she took like no responsibility in like the downfall of her relationship.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, he just didn't like that I followed him around and gave him everything that he could have ever wanted. It was like,
she was more in love with love. Like that's how I put it. Like she was in love with love, but not in love with Liam. And Liam realized that because he was doing everything to keep this relationship together. But she didn't really want that relationship, it seemed. You
just wanted the like love story.
She wanted the love story. Not gonna lie, but that book series seems like but I guess it makes sense since Eileen likes Liz. Funny.
And if I had to hear "Come on, Eileen" one more time, I was gonna freaking gut myself.
Do you know that's also in Say You'll Remember Me? Remember when they get where do they get stuck?
Oh, the song.
And it's like, Come on, Eileen. I was like, why is it in both books?
I love that.
Okay, so we've had 2 connections to Abby Jimenez, this one and the last one, because of the dimension.
And I also found a T Swift. Okay.
Yeah.
I marked it. I'm going to share it with you guys before I lose my train of thought.
Yes.
But in it, where does she say? Oh, she's talking about the house. She said, welcome home, or the inn. She said, opening the door and my heart skipped as I stepped into the foyer and took a slow turn. It felt like coming to a place I'd been 100 times. The air was thick with memories. Oh, it's this part. The house had belonged to a couple who'd moved here to escape the city. They threw lavish parties and filled the pool in the back with champagne and celebrated New Year's for 2 weeks straight. And then the husband had a heart attack. And that's literally from Last Great American Love Story Last Great American Love Story by Taylor Swift. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry. Random thought that my brain went on.
I love it.
And then, as romance, my rating would have been lower. But when I loved in as okay, I don't know, because of mystery fantasy vibes, then I enjoyed it more. Oh, when I looked in it as in okay. Just making sure I understood that. Hey, I'm waiting to find out what y'all think before I start it.
Oh,
It's pretty middle of the road for everybody. And like lower middle of the road. I interpreted the title more like In Love with Novels, LOL. Oh, yeah. This drags so much. Wish I could go more than 2. That's I did keep on trying to put it higher.
Oh.
I didn't like last month's at all.
I would skip this, Kristen, to be honest.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like Anatomy of a Love Story, more like a love of anatomy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That was the book with the heart on it, right?
Yeah.
I think the historical YA.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if you've seen the TikTok of the woman talking about how a jeweler ruined her proposal. She is what I think when I picture Eileen. I have not seen that, but
I have not seen it.
Please send it to us, Liz.
Yes. I really liked Anders. He kept me intrigued in reading. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have tuned out. Okay. Yeah. I didn't mind him so much, but like I definitely like I said, I think I said this prior to coming live, but I feel like their love scene came out of nowhere. Like also she doesn't know if he's fictional or not at that point. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, what are we doing here?
And she's like leaving the next day. And the whole like wedding thing where she's like, oh, she saw him have one conversation with B and she's like, I'm gonna run away. It's like, girl.
Well, also like the twist, like I saw that coming like a mile away.
Yeah. About like him as a character and like his tie her to the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way he's fictional. I said, so he has some sort of tie to, obviously, was it Rachel Flowers was her name?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way, like, how is it going to work then? You know, like, so it had to be like, and they all recognized him but didn't know him. So I was like, okay. I was curious, did anybody else, though, like, not see it from a mile away? I'd love to hear from you if you did. Or didn't, I should say. Because she designed the ring and gave her email address, but was pissed when they sent photos of the final mock-up based on her concept. Weird.
Interesting.
Oh, locked in.
Gotcha. Sorry, my computer's running slow. I'm not on TikTok, but these YouTube girls covered it. We'll send the video and let you know the time.
Yes.
Perfect. I wasn't shocked. I just like him for who he was as a person. Yeah. I didn't mind him as like a character, but like I was like,
as a love interest. Yeah.
As a love interest, like was he really?
Yeah, I just.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I felt like the romance was thrown in just for the sake of it, having some sort of a romance for her as the main character. It's like I felt like she didn't even need it, to be honest.
Yeah. And I feel like it was kind of a love story. Sorry, Kaylani, go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
My brain. Anyways, I thought the love story was like I said, secondary, and it was more like a love story for friendship. Because that was very like big as far as the girls in the town, as well as her book friend group, and then her best friend. Like always being there. I feel like it was more of like that's why I thought like more like you said, women's fiction, not necessarily romance.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that I found so like unbelievable about the way that the story went. I personally like I don't read a lot of women's fiction, but if this had been marketed as such, like with the really cool concept, which it is, and then having it so like it had been more of a platonic relationship, because I think they would have been great friends and like just that was the support. But how can you spend like 5 years crying over your fiance that left you, and like apparently you are in love with this man, like he is the next everything, and you're like, oh, it's okay, I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
You literally like sat in grief for 5 years over a man that you couldn't even convince yourself that you loved to the utmost degree, and now you're saying you're in love with this man, and you're like, peace out, have fun with me.
Yeah.
It's like
after a conversation and like a look, like they gazed into each other's eyes because they were talking to each other.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. And I think it was supposed to show growth, but that's not growth.
Not.
In my opinion. I don't think I like this regardless of how it was marketed. This main character was the most annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
It was rough. I was curious if anybody had any of these.
Let me consult my ebook.
Oh, Liz literally. Yeah, I was very weirded out by it. So I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I just can't get over the switch up in his personality. Like he was so like broody and quiet, and then as soon as they got in the bedroom, he was like, "Let me do the most crazy things to you," and like you're gonna love it. Like,
yeah,
who is this man?
He even dropped a good girl at one point, and I was like, gross.
Exactly. I was like, please don't ever say that again.
Like,
yeah, I was
remove that from your vocabulary immediately.
Let's bring back public shaming in the book sense, because absolutely not. He should be publicly shamed for that line.
I did like the dedication. Hey, B.
Hey, sorry. Hey there, how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Sorry I'm late.
No
I'm
worries.
excited to catch up and hear what we're all talking about.
Do you want to say your quick, real rating or initial thoughts or anything?
Sure. Well, I have to tell you, I actually really enjoyed this one more so than the very first one that we did last month, the one that just came out. And I rethought about my last score for Sounds Like Love. I actually bumped it down a smidge to 3.5 because I feel like this one's a really solid 4 for me. And I thought, well, gosh, it felt better though than the other one, which I also had at a 4. So anyway, I really enjoyed this. I'm not sure that I was super sold on the third act, but I really enjoyed much of this. And I'm just excited to hear what everybody says. So yeah.
Yay.
That's me.
Oh, scenes.
It says him saying that he went to the Met to be beige. Bro. Stop. I loved how it tied up. It really played like a movie in my mind.
See, that's the thing. I feel like both of these really would have been great on screen. Like I would have loved to see Sounds Like Love and this one as a movie or like a Hallmarky TV show thing. Like that would have been so cute.
This would be the perfect Hallmark movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Liz, we do need some positivity.
Oh, so it has been not good.
Yeah.
Oh man. I have to go back and watch live. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah. Oh man. Well, it's funny. I'm sure a lot of you guys are not. Can I guess? I'm going to guess. The point where we find out that his fiance was Rachel Flowers. I was like, what? That was kind of a disappointment to me. Was anybody else thinking that he was Benji? Oh, am I just way off? No. I'm really not reading the room, am I?
No, you're fine.
I was certain that he was Benji, from their book club.
Oh.
I went back to the beginning of the book actually and was highlighting things. It's like Benji's from New York, and this guy said that he was from New York, and that Benji had done something with publishing, and this guy had done something with books and publishing. And they also mentioned that Benji couldn't make the book club because he was engaged and he was getting ready for his wedding. And so I thought, oh my gosh, Benji's fiance
that would have been great.
Right? Because I thought Benji had like a little connection. It seems
from the very beginning. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was certain when she goes back to that courtyard and we see all these other iterations of oh golly, what's his name?
Anders.
Oh, Anders.
Anders, thank you. We see these statues of Anders and they're all slightly different. And I thought maybe initially they looked like Benji, and then slowly it started to develop into something like as he's there longer, his face is starting to look like a typical hero from a romance novel. You know, like he had been there, and the more he was there, the more that he was sort of becoming part of the scenery. But I just
what I'm saying is that the flashbacks or the book characters' point of views, and then this storyline, and it would have been a 5 stars. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because we were actually just talking about how like we saw the Rachel Flowers and Anders connection like from like a mile away. Like I wasn't shocked by it at all.
No.
Yeah.
I was actually guessing it, especially when they said like a broken engagement. I was like, oh, he must be the, you know, the fiance or boyfriend of Rachel Flowers. Yeah. And then they also mentioned like knowing him, but not really knowing him. So then I was like, oh, he must connect somehow.
I'm so sorry. Where's Dad?
No worries.
I'll find out.
100% this would make a better movie than a book. Yes, Nicole. I think so too. Liz says, not sure the whole point in sneaking out the window of the bookstore creating for what?
Running down the trellis.
I was like, why? Why is she trying to hide from him? I wasn't in love with the fiance. If I was Elsie, I would have felt terrible. Yeah. And that is why I bought in when she left him with B.
Yeah. How did you guys feel? I know, I'm sorry. If we already talked about this, don't answer me. I'll watch it later. But when she goes to leave and he's looking at B longingly, and she's like, I know you've got to go. And he's like, I guess so. And then he goes. And I was like,
it was pitiful.
It was awful.
Okay. I'm just making sure we're
on the same page.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing you could maybe get from that is some sort of closure. But like, she's not really Rachel. She's just the most character like Rachel.
Yeah.
So like, what are you gonna get from that?
Yeah. And then the whole like, I left her after like one night or whatever, and he's like, but I needed to like work on myself. Man.
I feel like that whole thing was just set up so they could have this huge epic moment, movie style type moment at the end where she's in the bookstore. Oh, so-and-so, did you come back for something?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's him. You know, like, it be.
Yeah. I was honestly truly prepared for them to like end the book with no happily ever after. And I'd have been like, cool.
I was hoping. If they just
oh man.
Liz says, I don't know who Benji is. Tells you how much I paid attention. Fair.
It's okay.
There were a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Different.
And then when he showed up at the end with the big speech, he would have had me going out and starting new, getting ready for a new life. Yes, love that.
I actually did love that, and I did think that since he did need to work on himself.
He certainly needed to like let go of some things and process his trauma of losing his fiance.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just a cynical person, but like the idea of smashing this new girl in the world that your dead fiance built is just something else to me.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Maybe he knew like she left, like, you know, she left more of herself in that specific character. So he kind of needed to see if that's something he needed to pursue as a fictional character man relationship. I don't know how that would have even worked, but.
And I was like, well, maybe Alluriton? You guys know what I'm talking about. The fictional town.
Yeah.
Is like Rachel's way of taking care of Anders, maybe. Like, it's like I don't know, making sure that they would meet because, you know, I mean, there's the magical part of it, maybe. I might be pulling, things.
We're writing a better story.
Did we ever find out who he was talking to on the phone? that time that he was in the
Oh, when he stepped away to the cemetery or whatever.
yeah.
Sister,
And that's when he
maybe.
got reception. So
I'm
it's clear he was talking to somebody on the outside.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming he was his sister because they didn't really mention any of their family members.
Oh,
That's the only one they really mentioned.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Thought I would like her with the Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt, but nope. I want her to take it off and give it up to the character. Liz did not like this. Also, why is she trying to give love advice? Girl, stop.
Yeah.
Oh, was it when she was talking to Ruby about with the diner?
Yeah. I think
That
so.
didn't go well at all.
That did not go well.
Man, that was crazy.
I will say there is something that I did enjoy about the book because I kind of like the idea of like, not the idea that she died, like that sucked, but like she left this world half finished, and like so like when you looked at the menus, everything was blurry, and like the actual book that the little girl was reading like didn't have anything inside because it's not real. Like so I liked those little aspects of it. I think that she honed in on like falling into a fictional world and what that would really look like, because when you write something, you don't write in all those little details. So it was kind of cool to see that. Like I truly think that if she had just written this as like a cute Hallmark experience of this girl falling into her favorite fictional town, like it would have been a totally different reading experience for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of that, if you could spend a day in your favorite fictional place, where would that be, and what would you do?
Ooh, I love it.
I got this one. You
You
suggested looking in the back. There's some fun little discussion questions. I thought this was a good one, especially as like we're avid readers. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we say a fictional or like a romance? Like what genre? Any genre?
any genre, yeah.
Oh man.
I'll give you guys some time to think, and I'll read some comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nicole says, I love the way Poston interweaved the magical realism. It didn't annoy me, it thrilled me.
Oh, good.
We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Liz, I don't want to ruin Oh, she's like, nope, I'm out.
I feel like a lot of the books that I think of like fantasies, but like they're always on the brink of war. Somebody's always dying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Survive.
yeah, I feel like if I were to go anywhere, I would want to be like one of like the little shop owners in Valaris or something, and like find myself like a nice little fae man to,
Cute.
but like I don't want to be a main character in the story. I just want to live where I can see the people that I love. Like I can't take over Favor's spot. Like, girl, it is what it is. I just have to like be able to witness it,
Mm-hmm. I was going to say Chestnut Springs.
Ooh, that's good.
But I would want to be Winter.
Give me that man.
I love it.
No.
I was thinking like House in the Cerulean Sea, maybe, and like more of just like to be a part of the characters. I just loved them.
Yeah.
Like I would just be like a side character, like one of the people in town, but the nice people in town.
Yeah. Like a little ice cream shop.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that was so cute.
Asking me this time of year, every August, I always think about Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt. It's like a YA, but it's one of my favorite books. And whenever I can, it's usually August is bananas, but I try to read it because it's set in August, which is kind of critical to the plot, because if you're familiar with the story, it's like, this girl goes into the woods and meets this family that's sipped from this spring. So they never aged. And the point of August is that there's this big turning of the wheel. Like that's where you really start to see summer, move into autumn. Everybody's already thinking about advancing and changing in this family that never changes. I just have always found that fascinating and so magical. And I love that the Tuck and his family and going out into the woods and having all these adventures. And we're in the mountains right now. And so of course, even more, I'm like kind of nostalgic for that. But yeah, every August, I always think of Tuck Everlasting. I think that'd be so fun to hang out with that family in the woods, at the end of summer, right before fall starts. So
that would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd be too tempted by the men's and can't take him. I like her. Fair, Liz.
Oh God.
Nicole said,
Cute.
I'd be in Green Gables praying for my small town charming romance. Aww.
Nicole of Green Gables. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's really all I had as far as like that I got from the back. I mean, there are some other ones, but I don't know if you guys would care or want to know. You know what I mean? Like answer them. That's sorry, words are hard.
Words are hard. It is so true.
One of the cute little questions is Elsie fondly remembers reading her first romance. What was the first romance novel you ever read? Which I thought is cute.
That is cute. I don't even know what I would say to that.
I don't know either.
Twilight.
Yeah, like that's what I feel like that's pivotal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what was first. That's the thing.
Yeah. I definitely read like some Sarah Dessen, like YA, like Sarah Dessen.
Oh.
That I can remember. And then there was my Amish one. But I loved that one. Okay.
Okay.
Together.
You don't have to defend yourself, girl. You like what you
No.
like.
That was a
Good
pivotal
question.
moment in young Tara's life
Yes.
as a reader.
They're still around. They're still coming out.
I thought you meant the Amish.
No, what was it called? Oh my goodness. It's a series. This is a different one than the one that's still coming out.
Oh,
Angels Watching or something like that. And it was definitely like the girl had like cancer or something. And then like her family wasn't around. So like the Amish helped her. And then they fell in love. She fell in love with one of the brothers.
Love that for her.
I was like, you know what? Okay. Little Tara was into it.
Love it.
I think like I'm trying to think back to like probably one of the first ones I read, and it's like it was like the Anna and the French Kiss series. I think I read that before I ever read Twilight. Like, and those are
wow.
maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but like that's the first like singular like, romance, not like a fantasy romance, but like a romance that I can remember reading.
You go through my Goodreads. I know it's not going to be accurate, but
Listas, I can't remember names. They were these high school romances at Barnes & Noble when I was younger, giving very She's All That.
oh, I love that.
Oh my goodness, yes, Liz. She put the chicken noodle soup book.
Yes.
Yes, I read all the dramatic, sad romances in those ones. Skipped everything else. I just read those.
Yeah.
I loved them.
I can also like.
Oh my gosh, I have one. I mean, this is on my Goodreads, but 50 Shades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely
first romance? Wow.
I mean, this is like as an adult, you know.
Okay.
And then, like I was thinking of like the House of Night series by PC Cast and Kristen Cast.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
the vampire romances and like Fallen by Lauren Tate, like back when like the Twilight era was big, you know. Those ones are pivotal like in my reading journey, but again, I don't know if they were my first.
Yeah. In my 20s, it was definitely like Lauren Graham paranormal romance mysteries.
Yes.
I was so into those. And like I would just go to the store and just buy them and read them.
Oh,
My little mass market paperbacks. Thornwick says, I read first romance novel 40 years ago, so who knows? Fair.
It must have been good because she kept going.
Yep.
I do also like that this book talks about too, it's like books bringing people together, because I do think that is very relevant, especially like this whole, YouTube community that we're a part of. We're all in it because we love books. So I liked that aspect of the novel. I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
So in 2020, when I started my reading journey again, my first romance that I read was 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott.
Oh.
Look at you. You have it already like in there. Like, that was in your Goodreads?
Yeah, that's when I picked up reading again in 2020. That was the first
Gotcha.
romance I read. We'll talk about a sad life. Like, Jesus, I was sobbing in my bed.
We're going for the tears.
I mean, but I feel like if you were in your 20s, like, who didn't sob in their
Yeah, period.
I did want to talk about some of the cringy lines that she had in here.
Is Good Girl one of them?
Oh.
I did not highlight that, but it just internally grossed me out. But their first kiss, you know, after like, I think they were drinking or something like that. She said he tasted like onion rings, and that really had me sickened. I was disgusted. I'm like, I know they eat onion rings, sure.
But Karina, you know, the onion rings are negated by the fact that his eyes are so minty. So
I was seeing like
how many times
green eyes, like Andy's mint color.
Yeah.
Too many times.
Was there an editor that could have said maybe use it only 10 times or only 20 times?
Right. Like
every time I ran into it, and even as the book was about to end, I think it was like 5 pages left. I'm like, is she gonna say it one more time? She did.
But they darkened when he saw her, when he was, you know, like
more like a junior mint at that point.
Junior mint. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You know, so where they were describing like the plumbing issues, you know, the ghosts, whatever. Yeah. It was, I don't want to say the whole thing, but let me just say this. Maybe someone took a really big poo, so big it grew a consciousness and now haunts the plumbing.
I blocked that out of my memory. That's
and I was like, why?
It's like, was that necessary actually?
I mean, no, we all understand plumbing.
Yeah, nobody needs to. You don't have to spell it out.
Yeah,
we get it.
Okay. Did you want to keep going, Karina? Because I also have one.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
So this is the beef that I had with this book, and I kind of brought it up to Tara because I'm like, what is the deal? Because I felt like there were times where it's like, books are so great. Look how, as you had mentioned, they bring us together. We've got this community. Look how and like Poston waxes sentimental about the fact that, you know, people like readers and writers work together to make the art. And when the book goes out, it's not even theirs anymore. But then there are points of this book where it's like, readers are the worst. Like they're just reading to escape life and they need to live and not read. It was kind of what I was getting. And I was so confused by that because I haven't really seen that in a book. And I'll just read a part of this. It said, this is her talking about how she ended up not with Liam, you know, her fiance from It was so foreign to me because I could barely recall the color of my desk in my office or the color of the pen I used to mark up essays. My head was full of useless things, the books I read, characters' favorite colors, lines that felt lyrical and significant and slid off my tongue like honey. I could recall my favorite page in The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I could remember my favorite rhyme in Percy Shelley's catalog, my favorite thoughtful meditation in any bell hook texts. They were things that were selfish and insular. I cared for words with a reverence I rarely shared with anyone. How could you share them anyway when words were imagined things?
Wow.
What? Words are that's like a semester's long class on can thought and word be separated, and can you have a thought without a word, which is something's always fascinated me. But
we are now taking a college course.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like she I don't know like what her thought process was as a writer, but like she was definitely between those two spectrums. Like books are great and then but also live your life, and it just wasn't executed quite how I think she maybe was trying to do it.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, as an author, I would think she's trying to say like obviously books are great, you know what I mean? Like they get you through, you know, some times in your life, but also don't make them everything. They'll live your life as well. But
don't tell me what to do. Ashley.
Have you seen the world we live in? Don't.
Let me escape.
Please.
But yeah, that's a good thought because honestly, reading that or listening to it did not trigger a thought in my brain. So thank you for pointing that out.
But there were multiple times that were like that, where it was like, what was I even doing with my life? I was reading. I'm like, what?
Okay. And you're an English teacher, are you not?
It was.
Then you open up a bookstore. Like what?
Yeah.
But also, I'm assuming everyone listened to the audiobook. Can we talk about the narrator?
Oh my gosh. It's so bad.
I wanted to pull my hair. Like, I think it was supposed to sound cute and wholesome, but I felt like I was being read this book by a child. And maybe that's just me and my experience, but I just did not like the narrator.
I feel like her accent came in and out. Her little like southern twang that she had, like she was trying to do because she was in the small town. And I was like, this is not. Sometimes it would come and sometimes it wouldn't. And I'd be like, where are we? What are we doing?
I know. I thought, where is she from?
Huh?
I
don't remember.
Say one more time.
Did you listen to the audio as well?
I listened a little bit, but yeah, and I was like, I was trying to place her accent too, because sometimes it sounded like she was from North Carolina, but then I think she said she was from Georgia.
I think
yeah.
Maybe that contributed to like me getting confused with the characters because like the voices were not distinct enough. So it was like I was confused a lot of the times.
Oh, I think I mostly read it physically.
Okay.
That maybe helped. It sounds like.
Yeah. The audio on this one.
Skip it. Yeah.
I love this. Had phases of binge reading in high school and then stopped in college and maybe picked something up once in a while. After hate read 50 Shades in my 20s, I was telling people that Ish was toxic.
I loved it.
Me too.
I was here for the toxicity.
The first book that really, I read that was spicy like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, stop. Yeah.
Right?
I
The
feel like
Sylvia Day ones too. I read during that same time period, and Bard
to You. I was literally that whole series and Shades had me in a chokehold. But if I go back and read them today, I'd be like,
I can't do it.
I can't. But like that was my awakening to like smutty romance, and I feel like it shaped who I am as a person. So like I can't like hate on it because it's not good. But like I am who I am because I read those.
I'm never gonna reread them.
I did. In high school, I read 50 Shades of Grey 7 times back to back. Like it was one of those books I picked up, and as soon as I finished the third book, I'd pick it up again. Like it was a time in my life.
Locked in.
Yeah, I was locked. And like I feel so bad for saying this like out loud, but I pirated those things because I was so embarrassed. I didn't want my dad knowing that I read them. So like I downloaded them onto my phone at the time from like some random like sketchy website. Yeah, I was obsessed.
That was
the author did fine. I don't think you hurt her financially. So that's
she's good.
She's good.
Yeah, allegedly this happened.
Yeah.
Oh, more cringy lines. You want to explore your mouth again? No. No, I don't. LOL. With this book, I kept feeling like, geez, I need to go back and read these in order so I can enjoy the characters more. And then I would remember, wait, no, there aren't any.
No.
Yeah.
Can you tell that we're used to series?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
We heard more about his minty eyes than saw them actually interact in the book. True.
And like the moment when he was like, let me give you my engine so like you can leave. Yeah. And I was like, so you want me out of here?
Like, is that a flex? I don't know.
Right?
Why wouldn't you just offer the car or something? Like
that was a surprise.
And then I was like, oh, it's so that they can go and leave together. And then they don't.
I know. He's like, see ya.
Like, I'll make my way out later. Hey, Stacy. Sorry I'm late to the party, but I'm assuming we already discussed his minty eyes. Yes.
Oh
The
no.
poo stuff. I almost wrote it down and then couldn't. Fearless.
Super fair.
That's great.
She said that she didn't want to fall in love again. I never want you in love or anything too because you annoy me within.
Yeah, for whining.
Whining.
Yeah. She needed to be
Oh man.
Whoa.
Oh man.
She was giving desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Even with her friends.
All
Yeah.
of it.
She was
Also-
never willing to be herself. And I think that was actually something that was done that was actually consistent in the book, of the idea of allowing yourself to come into your power and be a main character in your story as opposed to like this side character. I liked that. And I liked that theme actually stayed. But yeah, that was definitely an issue for her.
I also want to say, like, even though her best friend was like, you know, on a trip to get engaged or whatever, like if you have each other's location and you notice that location has not been active for like a few days, I'm sorry, but
No, seriously.
my friends would be where I disappeared.
Police would be called. Authorities.
No, a full-blown investigation would have happened in the meantime while you're in this storybook town. When you come back, police will be knocking on your door. Like,
nobody's waiting for her. That like, and then she gets ding, 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 ding. Like, where are you at? Where are you at?
Right. Like,
Really?
that was interesting.
like if
So
I
it's
had
even
if I had
writing in
texted
first
Karina,
person?
oh sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go
I'm
ahead.
just like, I'm going down this rabbit hole because if I texted Karina and was like, "Hey girl, you good?" and then like, not kidding, I have anxiety. 3 hours later, she still hadn't responded. I'd be like, "Answer the phone," you know?
Yeah, real life, please.
Days, like days. No.
Yeah.
It was like a whole week.
And even though they're in a disagreement, like her best friend and her, like you're still like gonna be like, yeah, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even though
And then
writing
I
in
text
first
you that
person-
I got engaged, and then you didn't respond.
Yeah.
right? That was
Right?
Would you
Right?
not? Yeah. So, are they friends? That's the real question. Just kidding.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, I felt badly about that. How nobody wanted to go to her to the vacation, and
Yeah,
I
that's
did,
sad.
yeah.
But
But
like,
life happens, you know.
yeah, exactly. And it's like I'm glad she did decide, like she said, she made that decision for herself, like her first one in so long. But like, you can't be. I don't know. She was just very self-pity, wallowing in her, you know, sadness, which obviously I know it happened, but you're mad because your friend's on a trip with her soon-to-be fiance, and like the book club, obviously they all have stuff going on. Like, so it's you're just, I don't know, that just annoyed me.
Yeah. So Kristen's not. She might tap out.
Fair.
Yes, giving desperate, 100%. That accent was annoying, but I'm just a New Yorker. Do I really know accents? I mean, it definitely was going in and out.
it was all over the place.
I was like, what is happening?
Various regions.
Mhm. Eileen and Andy were truly the same voice.
I like how
All
we've
of my
seen every
children have
single
fun.
one of your kids.
I know.
You know what? They need mom.
Honestly.
And they have a father. I don't know.
Same.
There's the other one in the background, like, hey, and the dog.
And the dog.
We've seen these
I'm
whole
so
families.
sorry.
I love this.
Another dog. Okay.
Everybody's coming.
There are other adults in this house.
But you're the mom, so like I swear, I'll be like in the restroom, and their dad will be here, and they will come to me, and I'm like, "Did you miss the whole adult in between?"
No,
Like,
no.
even-
My favorite is when they come to you and say, "Hey, can you ask Dad?"
Huh? Yes.
Literally right there.
I have been handed taking a shower while my husband is home. I've been handed a banana in the shower. I have been handed an iPad in the shower. I've been handed a book in the shower. I'm like, please get it up.
Mom,
Anyway, sorry guys. There's no lock on this door if you hadn't figured it out.
You're
Okay.
good. So good.
Anyway, my apologies.
Also, the nerve of her being mad at him for vomiting on him. She apparently has no free will.
Journey.
He did warn her about the red wine.
Oh, yes. Listen to the baby.
Journey has a lot to say right now.
He is not feeling a love story either. Let's be real, they were happy for time away from her annoying self. Oh, that's funny. I guess I just missed the part of the book where this couple fell in love. Right, Stacey? There weren't enough scenes with them interacting in a meaningful way in relationship building. 100% yes.
Like, you clocked it to a T.
Yes. We absolutely agree with you, Stacey. Or at least I do, I should say. Sorry.
Speaking for all of us, it's the Swoony Scone.
Yeah, my bad.
Speaking as an average of the Swoony Scone Society, yes.
Yes.
I feel like if we averaged all of our scores together, we'd be at about a 3, and therefore something was missed along the way. Okay, we can all just agree with that.
That's true. You're right.
I mean, I became a sucker for like there were a lot of like little tiny lines. I'm not going to read them all because I'm reading the room here. Nobody wants to hear them. But like cute little forehead kisses or, like,
there were some moments.
There were some really, like, I was like, oh, he's so sweet at certain points. I mean, not towards the third act, but.
Yeah. But yeah. It definitely seemed to be like obviously more than Liam was caring for her and like, was like making sure that she was okay. He was like attentive.
Yes.
Which is something she was looking for.
Yes.
Absolutely. I also liked after she was like, maybe I can find a bookstore. And he was like, why don't you go like ring up that person and like try it on for a day, see how it feels. Like the little moments like that were cute. Like I'm not saying that he didn't have cute moments. I just feel like they didn't interact enough. I needed more cute moments.
Yeah.
Because the moments they had together had potential. They just weren't built upon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think you need more to make it believable for me.
And forgive me if you talked about this already, just
go right ahead.
Ignore it. But I was curious to hear your thoughts when she's got the bookstore going towards the end and Liam and his wife come.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
And she's so nice. Look how nice she is. And now she's going to start coming over all the time for book club.
She has no chill. Like, I read the room, lady. I don't.
Yes. Right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And why is he there? Why does he have to go with her?
Does she even know about her as Liam's ex is the question.
That's a good question because she did not seem like it.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Because she seemed like she was lost in the sauce. She was like, oh my God, a bookstore!
She was the vibes.
He was like, I came for you, or like for her, but he would have never done that for Eileen.
He would have stayed outside and everyone would have been fine. Just go stay in the car. Like, don't
sit in the car.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that. I was like, this is not cute. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it.
Yeah, we don't need a wrap up from that. We're good. We understand.
Yeah. I think maybe that was supposed to show Elsie's like growth as a character.
That and, she didn't care that she was there.
Yeah. Maybe. But
we didn't need that.
Maybe some people picked that up. I don't know.
I didn't like it.
I mean, I'll go with it.
Take a walk around the block, sir. Like, nobody needed your presence here.
Right? So true.
I did like to, I have a little thing tab. One last thing, I promise, guys. But it says, there were always varying opinions. Some professors believed that the story belonged to the author, and we were merely peeking through a window. Other professors thought that all stories should be part of the global collective, free to use and transform however we liked. And I just kind of liked that like idea of like, what do you guys think? Like, what is a book to you? You know what I mean? I kind of liked that perspective. And because I do think obviously an author puts out a book and has maybe like some certain expectations for it. And then, you know, readers can take it. You can build a fandom from it. And I liked kind of like that the book is ours as, you know, readers as well as the author.
I did like the author's note where she was like, you know, nobody will experience the book the way that I wanted it to be experienced because nobody else is me, you know? Yeah. I think it's so true. Like, I think there's another one in there that's like, once you put a book out, it's no longer yours. It's for the readers. And so it's true. Like, you can't do anything more than, peace, please. You can't do anything more than write the words on a page and see how it, you know, shakes out from there.
Yeah.
Oh, look. We meet her husband too.
Everybody's coming. It's a party.
I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I'll be home. I'll have a locked door. It'll be great.
You're good. Karina said, or Nicole said, that's exactly how I read it, Karina. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. I liked that she didn't care anymore. It was proof we needed it. Anders was really something big to her because, like you all said, the romance on page lacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kristen says, so the love interest didn't get a HEA together. Well, they did.
It
was short. Yeah.
Very, very at the
like
end.
A crumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen maybe a little bit of more outside of the novel, you know what I mean, of them being in the small town. That would have been, I think, nice, like, to kind of show how they grow and develop together.
See, that's, again, if it would have been nice as a series then in that case.
Yeah.
How were there, okay, so I know you guys who have read these before, were there any connections from this book to Sounds Like Love, or no?
Not that I saw.
Yeah, not that I.
You said there was some character that he was going to pop up again.
Yes, so not yet, but I didn't see any in this one.
Okay.
Also,
I did the Come On Eileen. Where I said, I don't think B was here, but Come On Eileen was also in. Is it Say You'll Remember Me, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So just little tie-in to Abby Jimenez.
Yeah.
Abby Jimenez is working her magic in other books.
Everywhere.
By the way, I had to add also then that I was a little disappointed by the lack of Mother with Dementia in this one. I was kind of hoping we had a 3 for 3.
Really, and it would have been amazing.
Right?
I want to answer Kristen's question. There are 7 pages of them together at the end. 7. That's it.
Yeah.
Because there's like a little thing at the very end that says like a beginning, and it's not even really them together. It's more like this is what it could be. Yeah. But they're like not on the last 2 pages. So 7 pages of an HEA.
Maybe that's, you know, I didn't really care for it, but maybe that's like the point of the book. And like maybe I just had wrong expectations because, you know, kind of, I guess, looking from an objective point, is like we kind of see Elsie grow in a sense, and how she's always, you know, had this like romantic gesture, and she ended up naming her bookstore after that. What was it? A romantic
grand gesture? The Grand Romantic, or
the Grand Romantic?
Or no?
Yeah. So it kind of like how, you know, the last book in that series was unfinished. Ashley kind of left that story, like their love story, kind of how it was just beginning in the end. It was like unfinished. I'm
so
not
the book felt unfulfilled, and so did we. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to find some positives. But
I do see what you're saying, though. It's like, because it's titled A Beginning. So like they had to go through that moment to be at this beginning together.
Well, that's kind of cute when you look at it like that.
Yeah.
Nicole said it reminded me of Meg Ryan's If You Got Mail, or You've Got Mail. She thought it was something until she realized no, it's supposed to be Tom Hanks kind of big.
Oh,
Gotcha. I haven't seen You Got Mail in a while. I need to rewatch that one. What? I would have thrown the book. No, thank you. Well, we're glad you didn't read it. Now you know.
I think the problem of it is that it was, I think it comes down, like Karina said, if it was marketed different. Like on the front, it even says whimsical, romantic, and packed with charm.
who said that? Oh, so because
And then on the back, BK Borison, girl, I trusted you. She said emotional and tender.
she was lying.
I'll let them tell it. I'll let them tell it, okay?
I mean, sometimes it's in their contracts that they have to write a few of those.
Yeah.
You know it. You know it.
Well, that's yeah.
FY. I'm just kidding. So Nicole says, like I said, I enjoyed it when I didn't read it as a romance and viewed it as a cozy fantasy with a romantic ending. Yeah, that definitely, if you take off those, goggles and put those ones on, I think it would
Like
definitely
if I would pick this up in a cozy fantasy section, like I would have been like, oh, cute. You know?
That would have been
I
probably more
would even in like a woman's fiction with some magical realism, I would be like, okay.
Yeah. That would have been cute.
Because that was kind of like I read like a women's fiction magical realism. I read it as an arc. What was it called? Oh my goodness. The Other Side of Now by, I think it's Paige Harbison. And that was very much similar of like, there's a romance, but the romance is kind of a side plot. And it's like more her finding herself after like something traumatic has happened. And so like, I thought that was good. And I liked that a lot. And now it kind of reminds me of this, but I expected this to be a romance. So.
Yeah, it seems like though, and I'm kind of going along with what you just said and what Nicole said, she kind of does remind me more like a mainstream Emily Henry, where we're sort of riding a line between women's fiction and romance. I would differentiate her in that way from BK Borison, for example, because I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we're not getting like a lot of romances. You've got the chapter in the woman's perspective, the chapter of the guy's perspective, and but any other romances I read that are contemporary, and this is all from her perspective.
I would put this in the same vein as like Catherine Center's books.
Yes,
she has like very much women's fiction vibes with some romance into it.
Yes,
and I really like Catherine Center books, but I think it's because I have that expectation.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think maybe that's where it fell short for me, because we're going into this like, it's a romance, but that wasn't the main focus of this specific book.
Yeah.
I think now that I'm thinking about it, when I think back on the 7 Year Slip, I mean, it has a lot of those same characteristics, like of like a women's fiction, but also with a little bit of magical realism with romance. And so I wonder if like maybe this is just a fault of like the marketing team, because everyone knows that romance is so big, but like the same thing with Emily Henry, and like people know that going in that she's more women's fiction. And when I hear Ashley Poston, I don't think of that, but also because I feel like when I think Ashley Poston, I read her YA first, and it was YA romance, so I feel like I connect her with romance, whereas Emily Henry, she also did YA, which is really interesting. But like maybe because I have a preconceived notion of her, whereas Emily Henry, I didn't. I went in first for her romance, like women's fiction. So maybe it all comes down to perception as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's funny you talk about what we just said: Emily Henry, Catherine Center, and Ashley Poston. These, if we look at them as women's fiction, they also, the other thing I seem to notice, especially with like, because I haven't read an Emily Henry in a while, but I've read Catherine Center recently and reading obviously a bunch of her. There's so many lines that are really set apart completely from the romance, where it's just about like meditations on life, essentially.
Yeah.
So the more I think about it, I think that's, I think we're reading women's fiction.
I think you can say the same for like Abby Jimenez, but she tends to make things a little bit more swoony, a little bit more romantic. She's on the same, I feel like she talks about the same important topics, the same big things, but hers tend to skew a little bit more romantic than some of the other ones.
Like she knows how to
get the perspective, right? The back and forth perspective between the two characters, which I think for me in my brain makes me feel like it's more of a romance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just is it more about the relationship or the main, the heroine's growth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Good point.
I was thinking too, I read Leah Lewis, and she's kind of in that similar vein of where she's more women's fiction with a side of romance.
What would you call Sophie Cousins? Oh, that's
romance.
That's romance.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
That's for Adams, 100%.
I would go. I feel like maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like, oh, maybe I might get canceled for saying this. I feel like Colleen Hoover did it first. Like, she was the first person to talk about like heavier topics while also handling a romance. And whether or not she did it right, I'm not here to say. But I feel like she kind of like started the wave,
She definitely paved the way for romance. Like, I want to say paved the way for romance on like a global. Do you know what I mean? Or not global, but like book talk and like that aspect. That really was. I mean, you hear about Colleen Hoover still to this day. So I think in that regard, yeah, she was one of the first ones I read back when I was getting back into it as well. I read Ugly Love. So like, she definitely has a place in romance / women's
fiction. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would you say of Sophie Cousins? I've only read like one or two.
I've read one as well.
I
would say romance.
Romance?
But maybe, yeah. I feel like she could also maybe be considered. Because I know the one I read was, Is She Really Going Out With Him? And it was so cute. I think I gave it 4.5, but I feel like there's romance, but maybe also the heroine's journey to like growth, healing, and stuff. So
yeah,
I think the one I read was kind of magical realism. It's like she jumps ahead in time. It actually reminds me of the Seven. Say again?
Yes, good part. Oh, I want to read.
What was that one? I didn't hear.
Sorry.
No, what was the name of the book?
The Good Part. It's like an orange cover.
Okay, I was just trying to picture it in my head.
Yeah, I feel like they look similar actually to the Ashley Poston covers. A lot of the stuff.
Yeah, they kind of do. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they probably jive more as like in the same kind of vein as opposed to BK Borison.
Yeah, BBK Borison, I would think is mainly I would like romance.
Yeah,
in a small town.
I thought of another person that like before she made the transition to what she does now could also like fit the category, but Taylor Jenkins Reid, like when she was writing like more romance, women-y centric romance. Yeah. Before she started doing like her the older like stuff. Another Life or like those ones, I feel like those ones kind of fit the same kind of category. Yeah. Also, bye, Nicole.
Yes, I was looking to see. Yeah, Nicole said, I got to scoot. I loved getting to hear the book from different angles. Thank you, ladies. Bye, Nicole. Nicole. And then Kristen said, yes, Abby Jimenez does the balancing act of her romance and life stuff incredibly well. She does, and it's hard to do. She DNF'd the rom-commers. Fair.
Yeah, that one wasn't good. I see Catherine Center. I like her older stuff.
Yeah.
More than recently.
Yeah. The last one, The Love Hater, was bonkers. I didn't mind rom-commers. I loved The Bodyguard. And then I have to read her earlier. I have Things You Save in a Fire that's on my list.
Yeah, that one's good. But another author that I think that has a good balance for like romance and real life issues and stuff like that is Kennedy Ryan.
Oh, yes. She's great at that.
Yeah.
I just want to show it off because one, it's beautiful and it's one of my favorites. I love it so much.
I cry with her books.
Every time. Like even her new series, like I would say her new series is like the epitome of like that balance. Like hard stuff is being talked about, but the romances are so swoony.
Mm-hmm. So
I need to read it, her newer stuff.
Yeah. I want to ask you which one's your favorite, but I don't know if we want to talk about it.
Oh,
from the series.
Yeah. I think Judah, just because I feel like that romance was just so sweetie.
Yeah.
I love Judah. Like That's the second one. Why can't I think of the name?
Can't get enough.
Yeah.
Because the first one's Before I Let Go,
No,
right?
This Could Be Us.
This Could Be Us. Thank you. I was tagging it up as the third. So yeah, I just finished the third one, and I think I would have to go 2, 3, 1. But I love them all. They're all 5 stars, but like that's where I would rank them.
Okay. Oh.
And that's her new story. That's the Before I Let Go one?
Yes, that's her new story.
Like, okay, because I have that one on my shelf. I haven't read that series yet, but I want to.
So good. And then like Liz said, Score is done. She's done writing Score.
Oh my goodness. Who is it about? I need to do a reread of Real.
It was
it her hairstylist? I can't remember her name. Or
it was the producer guy, like the one that wrote the music.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because it's like the score, like the music score.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. I really need to get into Kenny. Yes, you do. She's amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do a reread of Real.
Yeah, for sure.
I loved it, but I read it years ago and I want to be up to date. Soledad, culturally spoke to me. It's rare to get, so it gave me everything I needed. That's awesome.
Amazing.
That's good that a book can do that too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I will put up the little banner for our next little reading sprint. Or, well, I guess not sprints. I guess live show. I put sprints, but I meant live show. But it's September 7th at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Bee's channel, and it's the 7-year slip.
Oh my gosh, we put it off at the same time.
We were right here with each other.
The queue up.
Yeah. So I'm actually really excited for this one just because I've heard such great things. So obviously this one and then the Dead Romantics were 2 I picked up before even our read along. So these are ones that I'm like, yay, I can't wait.
I know. Yeah.
Excited.
Not that I wasn't excited for the other ones, but
they've just been on your shelves less.
Yeah,
the least amount of time.
True. There you go. Liz says, finally, 7-year slip will be a good one. I hope so. I'm excited.
Uh-huh.
Because so far, she's an author that I might not have, kept on going if I had read these 2. I'd be like, okay, I read 2. All right, I'm good.
Yeah. I agree.
But I feel like in actuality, you probably would have read either Dead Romantics or 7-year slip first because you owned them.
Yeah.
So maybe your experience would have been different too.
That's true.
There you go.
But I need support to pick up books.
I think we all do.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, all in the struggle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
All right. Unless anybody has anything else to add, that's just it for us. And we hope that you guys will make it to the 7-year slip on Bee's channel. And yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. And I'll just end it. Awkwardly, of course.